Okay, welcome. My name is Ernest Flagg. I am with Nursing and Behavioral Health Services. This particular video will focus on becoming, this particular video will focus on how to become a CCSP provider in Georgia, which is the starting point for now and comp waiver programs in Georgia. Before they're walking into these, people are walking into these different states thinking they can just jump into licensure or jump into these Medicaid waiver programs, and it's not the case. It is not happening. It is not happening. It is not easy. It is very difficult, and it takes time. Most states take time, particularly Georgia. Take time. A year or two preparation is no time to start a multi-million-dollar business. I don't care if your mother is doing it, your father is doing it, whoever's doing it. It is not easy, and it takes time. A lot goes into the developing of these programs, these policies, these procedures, and understanding the regulatory requirements of that state agency, how to bill, the level of care required for these individuals, but also the level of service, the level of care required for each individual or these different populations, but also the service requirements. My name is Ernest Flagg. I'm with Nursing and Behavioral Health Services. This particular discussion will focus on how to become a CCSP provider, the starting point for now and comp waiver programs in Georgia. It is a starting point. Okay, let's make this clear. A starting point. It's one of very few, but it's the one I want to talk about now. I will discuss the other one or two ways in different videos, but if you are a nurse, run-of-the-mill person, everyday person coming out of the post office, that person with that high school diploma, this particular option is the best one for you. This is the best one for you. This is a surefire way of getting into the program. How do you know? Because we've done it before. We have put and brought individuals and navigated them through many states' waiver system, including Georgia. Okay? I got a provider that makes $3 million a year, $5 million a year. We have clients and other providers that's making $50,000, $70,000, $60,000 a month, $100,000 a month. But it took time, and it took a lot of time and a lot of work to make that happen. Okay? Some housekeeping issues that I want to talk about. There exists a national need in starting personal care businesses, and it centers around the U.S. Census Bureau prediction that by 2030, some 20% of our population will be age 65 and older. That says a lot, okay? That is going to put a lot of requirements on the business industry, policymakers, and in essence, we're talking about those baby boomer population that's coming to retirement, okay? A lot of them will be able to live at home. Many of them will not be able to live at home and have to go to group homes. And those individuals that are at home at some point will likely need help and support in the form of a home care agency. And others, and most, and many of them will all need wraparound services stemming from a staffing agency, an adult day program, okay? Supported housing, assisted living environment, okay? Nurses and healthcare workers are not the primary and only population of individuals that can come into this particular program, come into this particular waiver program or industry, or personal care industry. Joe Sixpack, the everyday person, can also come into this industry. However, nurses and healthcare workers seem to have that natural edge of rendering care to populations. Okay, and it almost seems that they got firsthand experience, inherent, innate experience, innate ability to care for these populations. Just been my experience over the years, but all nurses and healthcare workers have not been and are not the very best to care for other people. Just letting you know. But they have also been our primary clientele. So while we are making an appeal to nurses and healthcare workers to come on and surrender that medication card, surrender those keys to that company, and to consider a lifestyle that you normally would not have envisioned, we also are appealing to the everyday person that this is an option for you to come into and begin to care and provide a level of care for individuals who truly, truly need it, to a group of individuals who need oversight and the right oversight from the right people. Mindset. Many individuals that I've seen, many people, particularly nurses and healthcare workers, but a lot of everyday people have a mindset that's gearing them toward working for other folks, a mindset that paralyzes them, preventing them from considering business ownership, a mindset that is preventing them from moving to a level of freedom where they are controlling their own income, their hours, and their future, a mindset that's causing them to stay in one position and line the pockets of others, but with their sweat equity. A mindset that's putting them in a position for years and years to come where when they finally retire, they got one eye, blind in one eye, can't see out the other, or one of their knees is out, or their back is out, and then now they want to say you can retire now. So any of our business models and dealing with us, you're going to always hear us talk about movement from that mindset, movement into an industry and an arena of business ownership, of financial security, where residual income is a true reality, money earned while you are asleep or away from your job. We will be talking about how you can take vacations and you purchase in one-way tickets. In other words, you come back when you get back. It's a whole nother level. Mentor and consultant. If you are working every day, and most of our clients are, you will need a mentor or consultant to drive you through this process, to help keep you steady and keep the books right, keep the paperwork right, and flowing through the licensing process, whether it's the Medicaid Waiver program, DD and IDD, group home in whatever state, or we're opening up an adult day program for you. You will likely need somebody's support. And it's always a good thing to have a mentor or consultant by your side who is an expert in the industry, as we are. We didn't just fall into this industry. We have defined 20 years at doing what it is we do. And we got the success, the references, and successful clients to prove it, to back our word for it. Planning. I cannot overstate the importance of the planning process in whatever it is you are doing. Many of us will jump into something without having thought about staffing, funding, location of that office, location of that group home. And is this going to be a group home with 3 8-hour shifts Monday through Friday, 2 12 hours on Saturday? It's 5 people right there. That's going to impact budget. Whether we're going to do a 2-story home or a 1-story home, where we're going to locate that office for that home care agency, the importance of planning cannot be overstated. And it cannot be skipped, nor can it be overstated. Collaboration. A lot of times we just have a piece of the puzzle. But not enough of the puzzle to get to that next level. Not enough of the puzzle to transcend this project or over the hurdles and obstacles that are forthcoming. There's so many parameters that go into developing a business. It is crazy. But collaboration is a significant concept to hold and to understand. A lot of times we got to get past, I can't do this by myself. Get past, I don't want to do this. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Strike that. A lot of times we have got to get past that. I don't want to partner or I don't want to work with nobody. You might just have the skill sets and you don't have the credit. You might have a skill set and a credit, but lack the home or the credentials. And having an understanding of the significance of collaboration with respect to going into the project properly with a partnership agreement, well-defined partnership agreement can make the difference. Sometimes you have to give up some equity in your project in order to make that project a reality. Do not turn your nose up to collaboration nor partnerships. I don't have a partner right now, but there's some venture, and I don't want one, but there are some ventures that may require me to collaborate with others. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Damn what my preference is, my eyes on the prize, and the whole prize entails a bigger picture than this one little emotional piece that I don't like a partner's that I got to get past, that you got to get past. Georgia is a unique animal, okay, in and of itself. Do not attempt to navigate this system, this Medicaid waiver system, without an industry expert, without a professional by your side, okay? Georgia has some very unique aspects and requirements, and many states do not. As many other states also have. There are subtleties in Georgia that are totally different from Texas, Florida, and other states. And it would not be very wise to think you're going to grab somebody's policies and procedures and sling it to DBHDD or DCH and think that they're not going to scrutinize those policies and procedures, that you're just going to grab an application and just become a Medicaid waiver provider and they're going to issue a provider number overnight. It will not happen. It will not happen. What is CCSP? CCSP is the gateway to rendering now and comp waiver program services. It is the gateway, okay? It is not the only one, and there are only a few. And I'm talking to nurses and healthcare workers who have not been in this industry, physicians who have not been in this industry, okay? But if you got a provider number already, that's different. Totally different. But if you don't, this conversation is for you. It is also the gateway to rendering now and comp waiver services, becoming a CRA provider, a skilled nursing provider under the now and comp waiver program, all right, which requires a year of having rendered similar service, meaning you already got a provider number. You've rendered similar service. The Community Care Service Program is a waiver program, offering an array of services to the indigent population, the poor people, coming in the form of adult day program, emergency response systems, personal support services, i.e. group home, home delivered meals, skilled nursing services, out-of-home respite care, alternative living services and meals, personal care supervision, and approved personal care home. And I want to go back here to this particular model because I jumped. This personal support services piece include light housekeeping, bathing, grooming. That's companion care. I know I said personal care services. Excuse me, I jumped a little too fast, okay? but this one is coming in the form of a home care, companion care services, okay? So I jump back on you. Now I'm moving forward. Stay with me. We talked about that. We talked about skilled nursing services, out-of-home respite services, and alternative living services, which comes out of that personal care home that people are setting up and thinking that they're going to go to DBHDD straight and start rendering now and comp Medicaid waiver services. It ain't going to happen. It will not happen. Services are provided through a host of providers like ourselves, like you, everyday person, the nurses. They want to come into this industry. That option exists, okay? That option truly exists. For adult day help, personal support services, skilled nursing, or alternative living services, you must already have a regular non-provisional license for at least 12 months, okay? Just letting you know. For these services, you cannot come into the CCS program on a provisional license. That's what I want to let you know. I've elaborated already. We're moving on. Only allowing agencies to submit applications twice a year, okay? CCSP only allow those agencies to submit applications twice a year. The applications will only be allowed to be submitted in March and September of each year, and you must have attended the orientation, the state's orientation session, in order to attend. I just want to let you know I got a couple of things in here I put twice, just because I purposely wanted to reiterate some things. You must already be licensed, not provisional. You must have a license and not be a provisional license. We have consultations that are set up, okay? Individual and group consults available on our website for the CCSP program, and they're typically offered on the weekend and the weekend only. Individuals must already be licensed by the Healthcare Facility Regulation, okay, at the Department of Community Health in order to be a provider. Okay, you got to have that license already in your hand. How can we help? Nursing and behavioral health services offer consults for this waiver option. Okay, the weekend only, those slots fill very quickly. Individual and group rates are available. So if you want to come, that's one thing. You got 3 other people or 2 other people in your group. There's a group consult of, I believe, 3 and 6 that are offered. We don't do sessions in our office with greater than 6 individuals purposefully. We don't. We just don't. So if you got a group option of, if you got more people in your group, then they have to come back. More than 6 individuals in your group, then they got to come back in different times. Anyone interested may attend our consults or our sessions. However, healthcare workers are preferred. Consultations are self-scheduled via our website, www.nbhsllc.com. You can go on there. You can self-schedule a consult. I believe right now you can get the individual consult or the feature consults, but all of our consults are under, you can click feature consult and get to the individual consult. But if you go to our business store, you'll be able to go down one link, click on consults and service options, and access all of our consults where you can get to not only the individual, but the group of 3 CCSP consult, as well as the group of 6 CCSP consult. We offer full service and business support for any of the models that we develop. That means ranging from your LLC to your EIN to your NPI number, obtaining your business license, assistance with zoning, assistance with the fire marshal, floor plans, site plans, business card, brochure, stationery, website. We also offer and develop commercials in-house. We also do content origination, where we write for you, and application completion down to policies, procedure development, just to kind of give you an idea of what that means when we say full service and business support is offered. If you have not pre-registered in the state's orientation, you need to. So we'll discuss all this under the consultation, but keep in mind, you cannot just walk in the state orientation and think that, you know, this is you're going to get in. No, they're not going to let you in. I don't care if you got your own chair or you're willing to stand up against the wall. It ain't going to happen. The sessions will begin promptly, and for those arriving late, I have seen them ask that person to close the door from the outside, to come back. I've also seen them tell you to that you can sit in this session, sir, but you will have to come back to get credit for it. You can sit here, yes, but because you came late, you will not get credit for it. So again, I want to say, please visit our website at nbhsllc.com, schedule a consultation, and let us begin to help make your business dream a reality. All right, move you toward self-employment, business ownership. That's, a long way from pushing that cart, a long way from working for somebody that's far less intelligent than you are, a long way from, a long way from having someone to control your hours and your time. I've been in business for myself for 20 years. It makes a difference. It truly, truly makes a difference when you have your own, when you have the ability to wake up in the morning and not worry about how you're going to pay a bill. This is not something I heard about. This is not something that I was told. This is something I experience every day. Is business ownership and freedom and an ability to go and come as I please, as I desire. As I please, as I desire. And you can also have this same quality of life, or even greater, if that's where you want to go. But you got to first deal with that mindset, that fear of working, for on your own, the fear of being independent. And you don't have to start and just jump out there. You can just gradually transition or begin to transition into business ownership and move into the direction of owning your own. This industry for far too long has been a secretive industry. I know providers that won't give you a drop of information, will not give you a drop of information about coming into this industry. Ask a provider about their business. How did they get started? And watch them become so tight-lipped, so quick, so fast, your head will spin. One of our number one clients, and my first client, 15, 20 years ago, this lady would not tell her family members about her business. And she owned greater than 60 facilities. And her name was Josephine Cooney. She was an African lady. Came here broke as dirt. Ended up with greater than 60 facilities and other business ventures in place. She's been one of my number one clients for years before she passed. This lady would not tell her family nor her friends how she got started and would not help them get started. I got clients right now making $100,000 a day. $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $30,000 a month, will not refer one client to us. But they're in the industry. They're always out and about. Will not refer one client to us. But they making all kind of money. And they work with us. I mean, we got all kind of contracts with them and we do all kind of work with them. But they not telling. And will not tell another person we exist or how to come into the industry and get their business up and running. And that's sad, because that's real sad. It's enough for everybody in this industry, and it's a whole lot. It's so much out here that we can just share and move forward, and all live.